Yeah, welcome back to my class again today. Now we've actually done uh, instance variable, instance method, class variable, class method, and we have looked at uh, static method. Now in this class, what I want to show you is the access modifier. Actually, in other programming languages like Java or C++, they have keywords like protected, private, that you use to actually secure the access to class content like class attribute, class variables, or method, right? But Python doesn't really have that. Python doesn't have that kind of security. So we have words like protected, right? We have words like private, right? So what we are looking at now is access modifiers, right? This is what we are looking at. How then does Python represent this and this in the script? But they are, even though you have something to do that, they are just conventions. They are not uh, actually implementing it, right? There is still a way for you to go around them. But let's still see how Python implement this protected and the private. Okay, so let's say in the garden, right? In the Garden of Eden, there are two trees there. There's the tree of life, and then there's the tree of knowledge of good and evil. So let's assume that the forbidden tree was actually protected. But how was man still able to access it, to eat from it? Let's give a demonstration of that. So let's name a class, right? Call it Garden of Eden, right? Okay, now you go in and you say, let's create our init method, dev init, right? And then here you say self. Okay, now I want to go in and create the attribute for this method. So I will now say self dot, then I do this and I do this, then I say forbidden tree, and then I assign fruit to it. So let's come back here and do this. Let's supply another parameter to it. All right. This is what we have created, right? So we've created our class and we've created the init method. And then we are having this as, it's not dash, it's underscore, double underscore. Okay. Now we've created the class. Then I'm not going to instantiate this class by coming here to say Adam, right? Adam. Then I'm going to create an object of this garden of Eden, right? And then in this place now, I'm going to supply um, fruit to this, and I will call it apple, right? Then I come here and I say print Adam dot, I want to access this, forbidden tree, right? Then I do this. When I do this, it's going to throw me an error. It will tell me this attribute does not exist. It will give me an error. And it will tell me attribute, right? Does not exist. It will give me this kind of error. It will tell me that this attribute does not exist. Why? Because this double underscore tells you that this forbidden attribute, right, that is for this Adam is protected. So what happens is when you write this program and then you are creating an instance of this class, so this Adam will be given to self, this apple will be given to fruit, then it will come here, come in. So the apple will be given to this. This forbidden tree is an attribute for this. So when you now come here and you are trying to access it, it will tell you it doesn't exist, that this garden doesn't have it. It will tell you it doesn't exist. That is what is happening here. Okay, so let's go to the PyCharm and let me show you a demonstration of this on the PyCharm, where you will try to access this and it will throw you an error telling you that this object does not have this attribute. But you can see that the attribute is existing inside. But because you are trying to access it from outside of the program, that is why it's going to throw you this error, because this is protected, right? So it's going to throw you an error. But you can actually do that, but it's not advisable, right? And in the next class, I'm going to show you how you can actually access this from outside of this class. Okay, so this is our PyCharm. All right, so let's just create a new one, new file. What do we call it? Let's just call it modifier, right? Modifier.py, and then we enter. Okay, so we are going to create our class garden of Eden, right? And then we'll come in and we'll say dev underscore init underscore self. So we'll say, then we'll assign fruit. Then we come here and we say self dot double underscore for forbidden tree, and then we assign fruit to it. All right, then we come here. So now we've created our class. Now we are going to instantiate, first we are going to instantiate this class by saying Adam, right? And then we say Garden of Eden, right? And then we'll assign apple to it. Okay, so we have this. Now we can now come here and say Adam dot forbidden tree, right? Print this. So when we execute this, what is it going to give us? It's going to throw us an error. Object has no attribute forbidden tree. That is it. Now, that is all I want to show you in this class. So in the next class, I'm going to show you how to use name mangling to access this.